Sometimes I'm lazy. Just kidding, I'm always lazy. But sometimes I'm able to overcome my laziness and do unlazy things. This week was one of those weeks which meant that I was quite busy. So in order to get other stuff done, I couldn't devote much time to cooking. On the first day I had 2 bagels with cream cheese, avocado, salt and pepper, and as you'd expect from avocado bagels, they tasted great. For lunch I baked potato and sweet potato fries in the oven, and then I made currywurst because I had 2 leftover sausages from last week. And yes, I fried the sausages in the same pan as the sauce because again, I'm always lazy. I mixed the fries with cheddar. Because I'd kinda underestimated the time that the sausages needed to cook, the curry sauce became very thick and flavorful, which was nice. On Friday I had bread with strawberry jam and cheddar and 1 colorful egg for breakfast. For lunch I had the leftover fries from the day before, and in the afternoon my sports companions and I went to a restaurant after our karate training where I had a classic pizza margherita. The next day I almost had the same breakfast as the day before. Then I visited my friends to play D&D where I had a hot chocolate. Because we craved cocktails but weren't in the mood for alcohol, we decided to try some new mocktail recipes. We dug out the watermelon using a spoon and put it into a blender, added sugar, a pinch of salt, lime juice and ice cubes. After blending everything, we beautifully decorated the mocktails with melon slices. The mocktails actually tasted fruitier than the watermelon on its own because of the added sugar and salt, so I guess this was a success. For dinner we made wraps, which are the perfect lazy food because they are basically salad in a wrap, but it's more filling than salad and also it's more fun. Then we made our second mocktail. We heated sugar and water and cooked it until the sugar had dissolved to make a simple syrup. Then we added a lot of strawberries, limes, Sprite and the syrup to a blender and blended them until smooth. We decorated the mocktails with lime peel and they tasted kinda earthy, but they were still good. While playing D&D I had some lentil crisps. On Sunday I had avocado bagels for breakfast again. I know, very versatile. I sprinkled the bagels and the watermelon with salt because if I learned one thing this week, it's that watermelon tastes better and more intense with salt, just like everything. So don't forget to season your food. For lunch I made a green bean mac and cheese. First I tried making a bechamel sauce, but I forgot to add oil and it turned out a bit lumpy. Then I added heart-shaped noodles to boiling water, let it cook, added green beans and let it cook again. Then I combined the noodle bean mixture with the bechamel sauce and chopped cheddar and topped it with grated cheddar. I put it in the oven and let it bake for 10 to 15 minutes. I ate everything, which is meant to satiate 2 people at once, which is why I wasn't hungry in the afternoon. So the next thing I ate were banana chocolate chip pancakes for breakfast on Monday. For this I mashed 1 banana and mixed it with coconut oil and maple syrup. Then I added flour, hazelnut meal and baking powder. I realized I had forgotten to add the almond milk and poured that in as well. Lastly I added chocolate chips and then I fried the pancakes until golden brown and beautiful. I decorated them with banana slices, hazelnut meal and maple syrup. I discovered this recipe about a year ago and I still love it. I didn't have anything for lunch because this recipe is also meant for 2 people. That's why it's really hard to only cook for yourself. It is not worth the effort to cook small portions, so you have to cook more and end up either overeating or having to eat leftovers. Well, I personally love leftovers because I'm lazy, but it's kind of boring to eat leftovers in a what I eat in a week video. For dinner I made a Spanish tortilla. I poured a lot of olive oil into a pan and then fried potatoes and an onion. In the meantime, I cracked 6 eggs into a large bowl, whisked them and seasoned them with salt and pepper. After I drained the potatoes in a sieve to save the oil, I mixed them with the eggs and let the mixture sit for 10 minutes. I reheated 4 tablespoons of the saved oil, added the potato mixture and let it cook for 5 minutes. Then I flipped the tortilla, which was messy because my plate was a little too small. I let the tortilla slide into the pan again and let it cook for another 5 minutes. I first had tortilla as a child during my holidays in Spain because my Spanish step-grandfather used to make tortilla and I really loved it then. In general, I'm a big fan of recipes made of few ingredients that are very easy to make but also very yummy because the ingredients balance each other out so well. The next day I had avocado bagels for breakfast again. Then I had some watermelon and a banana. For dinner I craved something very simple and made cheese fries in the oven. I eat this far more often than I should, but it just tastes so good. On Wednesday I had a bagel with cheddar and tomatoes for breakfast and had the last piece of watermelon as well. I wasn't feeling very well on this day and I didn't feel like eating anything at all because I was having a stomach ache. But because I also feel bad if I actually eat nothing, I ate tortilla chips. Yesterday I had a tortilla made of potatoes and today tortillas made of corn. I'd actually planned to make nachos with self-made tomato salsa, but like I said, I wasn't feeling well, so I made tomato soup instead. So yeah, that's everything I ate. I know most of the recipes were a bit boring, but if you want to know what I eat in a more exciting week of food, you should watch this video next.